Hey guys, how's it going? File91E here for a Q&A video for my 150th video that I didn't know was happening until I was doing the show prep last week, and I realized, hey, it's my 150th video. This is a pretty big milestone. I guess you should do something for it. Okay, let's do a Q&A. And I got a bunch, 3-4 pages of questions. Apparently you guys really want to find out some stuff about the File 91 Easter. Yeah, that's right, I called myself File 91 Easter. I hope you guys enjoyed the last Disney News and Reviews with the whole Fantasmic thing. Again, sorry it was a long video. But hey, Fantasmic is a great show and it's awesome to watch. And I think I did a pretty good job filming it. What do you think? Think I did alright? Okay. Alright, so yeah, again, this is a Q&A. So let's just get right to it. Alright, first one was from Red Mario Fan 6475. He asked me a couple questions. One, what advice would you give to people who want to make reviews? Okay, be honest with yourself. Be honest and be you, be real. Don't try to be over the top. I mean, if you go back and watch my original videos, it was nothing. It was just me sitting here. I really didn't have an intro. I only got an intro because my friend said you really need some sort of an intro. So I did the little File 91E thing. It took me 5 minutes to do in After Effects, and I don't know. I just be true to yourself. Give your be honest, because if you try to act it out, people notice, and I don't think they'll respect you as much. So just if you're going to do any review on anything, just be yourself and give an honest review to yourself, but also try to keep a lot of your emotions out of it. I mean, you can have some emotion in there, but just try to be partial and understand why things are doing, everything. So that's my advice. Just be you. 2, have you ever been on a Disney cruise? No, I really want to though. I've always envisioned that my next Disney vacation would be a Disney cruise, just because I'd never been there. I'd never been on a cruise before. The sea and I really don't mix. I'm one of those guys that's terrified. I've seen Castaway like 36 times, and I'm like, I don't want to die by drowning. So, I mean, Disney cruises are safe. I mean, there really hasn't been any problems with them that I've read about. So, I mean, I do want to go on a Disney cruise, but I will pay extra to be on deck, on top of the deck, and if there's any problems, I'll be ready for them. Yeah, I'll record it, put it on YouTube. Yeah, get some views. That'd be cool. And his final question is, he has 4 questions. If you had to pick one ride out of all Disney World that should be kept if they took out if you had to pick one ride out of all Disney World that should be kept if they took out every other ride, what would it be? Okay. I guess what you're saying is, what is my favorite ride that honestly should be kept no matter what? I guess I would say the ride that really personifies Disney and what Disney is. If there was only one ride that Disney World it would have to be Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is a ride that really personifies what Disney Imagineering is and why Disney World or Disneyland is different than any other theme park or amusement park in the world. It's a story. You're basically riding through a story. There's a couple thrills, couple chills in there. I mean, you're humming the tune. When you leave it, it just personifies what Disney is. So if there was only one ride, if there was a hurricane, it wiped out every other ride except for this one ride. I would hope that one ride would be Pirates of the Caribbean, just because that's the core of Disney. There's a Pirates of the Caribbean at every Disney park, because that is the core of what Disney is, or Disney World is, in my opinion. And finally, have you ever played a Kingdom Hearts game? And if so, what is your favorite world? I recently started playing a Kingdom Hearts just because everybody was bugging me to, but I stopped. I'm really not good with those RPG video games. I pretty much just play Lego, anything. So if there's a Lego Disney game coming out soon, that'll be awesome. But I played up until I was playing. I was in the Alice in Wonderland world, and then I just kind of stopped just because I couldn't figure out what to do. So yeah, I really haven't played any of the Kingdom Hearts all the way through. I respect them because they really kind of crossed over some things. They got the geeks and the Disney geeks in one package, and it's actually a really good package. The story is awesome. I really dig the story, and the music is good, and I love the the interaction between the Disney characters and whatnot. So I've watched my friends play them, but I've never actually played them before all the way through, so can't really give you a good answer about that. But a lot of people have asked that of me. Have you played Kingdom Hearts? So yeah. All right, Let's Play Shrek Games asks, if you had to choose your all-time favorite Disney-related thing, what would it be? If I had to choose my all-time favorite Disney-related thing, has to be the Disney parks. Because I mean that's Disney-related thing. I figure you got the merchandise, the movies, all that stuff. But my favorite thing of Disney is the Disney parks. I love the movies. Don't get me wrong. I love the movies. They inspire the rides and all that stuff. But I love the actual amusement parks that Disney has. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, and all that stuff. Just because of the immense theming and the immersion that you get there. I mean, if you can watch Lady and the Tramp or Aladdin and all that stuff. But you're not completely immersed in it. But at Disney World, you get on a ride like Pirates of the Caribbean or Carousel of Progress or even the Enchanted Tiki Room. I mean, you're surrounded by these things that you're like, am I in a Disney movie? That's pretty much it. So I love the Disney parks. There's nothing else like them in the world. They're imitators, but they're just all cheap imitations. So Disney World and the Disney parks are my favorite thing. Like if I were to ever narrow my expertise down, it's the Disney parks. I mean, even though I have a ton of Disney movies, I love the Disney parks. I can't put all the Disney parks on my shelf though. That'd be nice. It'd be kind of weird though. What sorcery is that? Yeah. Moving on. Fuelish777 Jr. asks, which is better, Disney World or Disneyland? For me personally, I would say Disney World just because there's more. But Disneyland is also great because it's the original. Disney walked in Disney World. He never made it to the Magic Kingdom. Disney, you can retrace Walt Disney's steps through, the Sleeping Beauty Castle. I mean, those are the steps that Walt took. I mean, he would, that's like the coolest thing ever to be like, wow, Walt Disney touched this. He had a hand in pretty much everything. So that's why Disneyland will always be just second, in my opinion, of Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World's great just because it's so big. It's very immersive. There's 4 parks, all the hotels and everything like that. But Disneyland will always be a close second just because it's the original. It's like going home, Like, I really want to go to Disneyland just to say that I've been there, even though it's hard for me to go cross-country. I just want to say that I've been there and, that I've seen and walked all the stuff that that Walt made and Walt experienced. So I just think that's pretty cool. And plus they're actually, with the whole California Adventure thing, they're coming out with some pretty awesome rides. Soarin' was great over there, brought over to Walt Disney World. Fantasmic brought over from Disneyland to Walt Disney World. I mean, they're putting out some great stuff there. So Disneyland, while it's smaller, it is the original. But I do have to say Walt Disney World is better just because there is more, and it's the biggest thing that you see. It's like Disney's flagship thing, as opposed to Disneyland. But that's just my opinion. Mr. Nick 2299, what is your favorite and least favorite ride in any park? Okay, my favorite ride. Geez, I mean, there's a ton of great rides. Favorite ride. Okay, in Magic Kingdom, it would have to be, sentimentally, it would be the Carousel of Progress, just because I love, I love that. I've loved that ride ever since I was a kid. In Epcot, it would be, I want to say Soarin' is the greatest ride in Epcot, but sentimentally, I love the Spaceship Earth. That's one of my favorites. Animal Kingdom, I love Expedition Everest. Excellent, excellent, excellent coaster. I hope they do more with it in the future. And in Hollywood Studios, it would have to be, I love the Twilight Zone, but I love the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. That's just my favorite. That's just so good. I love Indiana Jones. I mean, come on now. Now, least favorite, like, I hate those play areas, you know, like I understand why they're there. They're there so that kids can blow off steam, but they're taking up precious real estate, you know, like Donald's Boat or anything like that. Just a ride I can't stand. I know one would be the go-karts, you know, like the Tomorrowland Speedway. I can't stand that. You know, I understand why it's there, but just being rear-ended by a 7-year-old over and over again is not fun. In Epcot, it would have to be the Maelstrom. I'm not a big fan of Maelstrom. I'm like, okay, I understand. Nah, let's move on. In Hollywood Studios, it was Sounds Dangerous. I thought that was useless. And Animal Kingdom, Jesus, God, half of the Animal Kingdom is useless to me. Hopefully, with if they do the Avatar stuff, it'll be better. But for right now, all right. Crazier 10 asked me, when you went to Disney, did you stay at a value resort, and if so, is it worth paying the money? I stayed at a value resort. I stayed at the All-Star Movies, and it was totally worth it. It's not as bad as what people might say. It is just literally a bathroom and a couple beds and a TV. It's nothing big, nothing fancy. I mean, you're not getting a lot of real estate there, but you know what? For me, it was perfect. We had everything that we needed. The beds were comfortable. I was actually in a quiet area. I mean, I live in a city, a big city, so noise really doesn't bother me unless it's a blaring siren, which happens all the time. Not at Disney here, though. So I can pretty much sleep through a hurricane and not really worry about it, and kind of did the last time I went down. It was raining so much. But yeah, I totally recommend the value resorts. The Pop Century, the new Art of Animation Resort. I mean, that stuff, they're really coming along with making value really worth it, just because it is hard times now for a lot of people, and Disney wants to make it as much as possible, as good as possible, for people to go to Disney World and still be on a budget, which is great. So I mean, you could go to Disney World for a week and really not pay a whole lot unless you want to treat yourself. So the value resorts, totally worth it to me. I really enjoyed my time at the All-Star Movies Resort. Everybody was great. The food court was good. The buses were good. I really didn't have a problem with it. Anthony 94 and Jose MS 19312 2009 asked, any more cooking videos? Cooking with Final 91E. I've wanted to make another one. I just have no idea what to cook. I mean, I could cook tacos for you. I love tacos. That's my favorite thing. But everybody knows how to make tacos. Although I do know how to make some fresh tortillas. I might show you how to make them. Because I've watched Robert Rodriguez in the Sin City movie. He made breakfast tacos, and he showed you how to make fresh tortillas. That's pretty much where I learn all my stuff. I don't have an original recipe ever. So I might do that whenever I get a free second. So who knows? But I do want to do another one. So yes, there will be ones in the future. I just don't know when. Nicole 283999 said, what is your favorite Disney classic movie? Whew, classic movie. Now, are we talking like before or after the Renaissance? Because after it would have to be Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin. But before, man, that one's tough. That's a tough question. Let's go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. See what we got. See what we got. Oh, yeah, animated. Oh, wait, Disney Classic, so it doesn't have to be animated. Easy. Mary Poppins. Where is it? Mary Poppins, right here. Mary Poppins. I love me some Mary Poppins. This, I think that's probably the best Disney movie out there, just because it mixed live action with animation so seamlessly. You remember every song from it. I mean, it's awesome. So that is my favorite Disney classic movie. But with the Renaissance, right after the Renaissance, you know, in the early 80s or the early 90s, has to be Beauty and the Beast. I mean, that's just awesome. I mean, earlier in my life it was Aladdin, but growing up, Beauty and the Beast really became the one that really kind of set the bar for me. So I love Beauty and the Beast. Ever consider going to Disneyland? Yes, I do want to go to Disneyland sometime in the future. It's just hard for me to get out there, and when I do, I will have all kinds of reviews for you, a whole new set of reviews, and you guys hopefully will continue to watch. Here we go. ICAN106 says or asks, would you ever want to live in Orlando, and if so, why? Yeah, I would want to live there. Just the hurricanes and the rain and the heat. I really like snow. I'm kind of partial to it, and if I did live there, it would be because of Disney or maybe working for Disney. That would be kind of interesting. But yes, I would like to live in Orlando sometime, and pretty much it would be because of the close proximity to Disney World. Jangwoo Films asks, what is the most overrated YouTube channel to you? This is different. This is really not Disney related. I gotta say, I don't really watch a whole lot of other YouTube stuff. Like I troll YouTube all the time. I mean, I'm like, oh, I want to see this or I want to see that, and I'll just randomly click and find random videos and stuff that I like. But I can't understand the whole Fred phenomenon. The annoying orange doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. It's just my thing. I mean, I have nothing personally wrong against them or anything like that. Although Fred is on Nickelodeon, kind of a villain to Disney. Even though I love Nickelodeon, especially old Nickelodeon stuff. I mean, that stuff's great. Doug, salute your shorts. Good stuff. So yeah, I guess the Fred and the annoying oranges. I mean, I don't understand why they're popular. I guess just because if you have a funny voice and you say a lot of really crazy stuff, you can get popular. Which Disney movie do you regret watching? This is good. Good questions. Good questions. I really don't think I have one. Oh wait, no, I do. Any of the Buddies movies, I really don't like them. I only get them because I need them for the collection. But any of the Buddies movies, I'm like, okay, they're for kids, but they're just horrible. They're so bad. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that I have that I could possibly be watching, but those Buddy movies really, 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 really annoy me. Just because they're coming out with everything. Treasure Buddies, Space Bud, Air Bud. It all started with one movie. Remember Air Bud? Do you remember Air Bud? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't remember it. No, you don't. I do. You don't. But that movie started that whole thing. Who knew? Anyway, moving on. Happy Birthday Birth asks, if you could create a job for yourself at Disney, it doesn't have to already exist, what job would you make for yourself? What would you do? What hours would you work? How would you feel this new job you created would help Disney now and in the future? They kind of already created one. I would love to do this. Just be kind of a reviewer, and I would love to because I mean Disney already has so many jobs out there. I would love to just be kind of their online presence, you know. I mean, how awesome would that be, just to be able to get permission from Disney to pretty much say whatever I want on here, go cover, you know, some events that that Disney wants me to cover, like the Oscars or stuff like that, and just be kind of an interviewer. I would love to do that. I kind of fantasize about that sometimes. Like, if Disney offered you a job, what would you do? That I would love to keep doing this, but still be, you know, one of those random guys you see on the Disney Channel all the time. I don't want to be popular or famous or anything like that. I just want to be that guy that's like, hey, aren't you on that Disney Channel that one time you were interviewing Brad Pitt? It's like, yeah, it's me. Brad and I were close. Well, we were 4 inches apart, but that's about as close as we get. You know, how do I feel this new job would help Disney? It would just expand their presence more, and just try to get people excited about going to the parks and excited about going to see those movies. You know, because I don't know, just trying to promote Disney in any which way, shape, or form. I mean, they're already good at it. They're not really hurting right now, so yeah. And the second question: if you could buy the rights to anything not Disney owned for Disney to use, what would it be? What would you do with the rights? New ride, movie, whatnot? Oh God, not Disney owned. I wouldn't want to make a new park, so I guess it would have to be a movie because the parks are already pretty good. Jeez. See, the thing is, I really don't read a whole lot of books, so I really don't have a lot of, you know, like, hey, this would be an awesome Disney movie sort of thing. I know Disney is already in cahoots with Indiana Jones, but they don't own the rights, I don't think. But I would love for Disney to have the rights to that, and we would hopefully put out another movie, maybe even update the ride a little bit. I was editing the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular last night, and I would love to see, like, you know, as they change sets, they kind of change the movies as well, like, because there's 3 or 4 sets, and they can have like 3 or 4 different scenes from, you know, from the movies, instead of just the ones from Raiders. Yeah, so I mean, that is a tough question. I really don't know what to, you know, how to answer that in any glamorous way. I don't have any idea. I'm always surprised by what they do, and how they find all this stuff, because I don't read enough to be like, that would be an awesome movie, or that would be an awesome ride. But I would hope that whatever I did buy would become a movie and a ride, just because I love the theme park so much. So, good question. Alright, moving on. Dawn Marie 1 asks, if you could visit any of the Disney parks, all expenses paid, which would you want to check out? If it was all expenses paid, I'd want to really either go on a Disney cruise, or more importantly, go over to Disneyland for a week. I would love to go over there and really get on the rides multiple times with my video camera or my photo camera, just so I could really get everything. I mean, that would be so cool. I often dream about, like, if I were to, like, hit the lottery, I would take so many people to Disney World. It is unreal. I would have a contest on here. I'd take like 5 of you and your families down to Disney World with all under money. I don't know. When you get bored, you dream, right? I'm a poor kid from Baltimore, so you just gotta dream. But yeah, I would love to go to if something already paid for me, I would love to go to Disneyland, particularly for my birthday. That would be kind of cool, but I don't see that happening. Alright, and moving on. Maybe Monarch movie. If you could choose 3 attractions in Disney that closed, Mr. Toad, Wild Rides, Horizons, or whatever, and bring back, what would they be? I mean, I loved Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, don't get me wrong, but I can understand why that didn't go. I would love for them to bring back Horizons. A lot of it's in Epcot. I love for them to bring back Horizons, because Horizons was really, really cool. I like the World of Motion. I thought that was cool. I mean, do you understand how updated you could make that? That would be so cool. But because I love those Omnimover, type attractions. Those are really good. And honestly, I want you to bring back the original studio backlot tour. I know they don't do anything at the studio anymore. They really don't. But the original studio backlot tour was awesome, because you saw a lot of stuff going down. I mean, that was really, really cool. So those were the 3 attractions that I would love to see come back. They were really, really awesome. Sweet Tooth Forever. Do you think that your Disney trip last year was better than the last ones you may have gone on? Or do you think that the 1990 or 2000s or any year was better, and why? Such as more themed, better experience, etc. I really liked this past one because it was just me. It was, I went down. I didn't have nobody really helped pay. Although I did get some assistance. Thanks, Mom. But no, I mean, it was just me going down. Me and my brother and my friends. That was awesome. I mean, that was like a dream come true for me because I never thought it would ever happen. Because, you know, you work 40 hours a week, all the bills that you get to pay, you really don't have a whole lot of money after that. And just the fact that we were able to do that and we went down and had such a good time, it was awesome. Forget the first time I went to Disney World back in when I was 4, back in 1990. Crazy, isn't it? But I also remember going down when I was 12 in 90, I want to say 98, something like that. It was before Test Track and all that. And then I do remember the other times that I went. Although I do have to say, going down after not going down for a while, what, it was like 10 years, something like that. I mean, it was kind of like the rebirth of my love for Disney and everything like that. So that will always stay with me. Standing there, watching the Spectre Magic Parade and just being totally in awe. Getting eaten up by mosquitoes right by Splash Mountain. But just being totally in awe about it. And just really going, wow, we are here. I hadn't been here in a while. And why haven't I come more often? So, yeah. But I do have to say this last time was my favorite. Because I know Disney's going to be constantly evolving. I would love to see older rides there. So no one era is better, even though I still love the old Epcot. All right. Okay. I'll save this one now. I'll just do it now. The origin of File 91E. I've said this a bunch, so I figured I'd just say it right. Just get this done. The origin of File 91E. It's just a name. Honestly, it was a name that I created just for an email. I didn't want to use, my first initial, my last name that everybody was doing back in the early 2000s. So I decided to come up with just something different. I was sitting in math class one day, and back when I was in high school, I loved professional wrestling. My favorite wrestler was Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he was known for saying Austin 316 and having just 316 be associated with him. So I was never the best student in high school. My mind was always in the clouds. It's kind of who I am. And I constantly write 316 and all that stuff. And sorry for the hiccup. The light went out. Anyway, so yeah, I was big into Austin 316 at the time, and 316 was associated with him. So I was sitting in math class, head in the clouds, had no idea what was being said or taught. I was just doodling 316, whatever. And I got caught up to do a problem on the board, something like that. Either way, on my way back, I had sat down, twisted the paper. Oops, excuse me. Had twisted the paper, and the 316 became what I noticed a 91E. Okay, that's interesting. 91E, 91E. I looked around, and there was a bunch of different, being a school, there's a bunch of different like file folders and stuff. I was like, file 91E, file 91E, file 91E, file 91E. That's interesting. There's kind of cryptic, whatever. So I kind of liked it, and file 91E at yahoo.com. There you go. And when I signed up for YouTube, it just became that, and I kind of wanted to claim some sort of an anonymity, I guess, when I started this thing. So I just called myself File 91E, and there I am. I'm File 91E from here on out. So that's the origin of File 91E. Stone Cold Steve Austin and a file folder. There you go. Marauder's Prodigy asks, what are your thoughts on school bread, the bread at the Norway Pavilion? I never had it and just saw a picture, or just saw a picture, and now I'm gonna cry because I have to wait till July to try it. Yeah, it's a custard-filled bread in the Norway Pavilion, and it seems delicious. Let me tell you. I had no clue about it. I have no opinion on it because I never even tried. I never even heard about it until you just mentioned it. So now I have to go try them. I need to get down to Disney World quick. If you get down before me, you must tell me how it is. Whew, that felt good. Itching your nose, it's great. Super Cleveland Brown asks, what movie made you hook into Disney? And another question, what is your top 5 sports movies of all time made by Disney? What movie hooked me into Disney was Mary Poppins. I remember dancing to that, the Step in Time sequence. You know, I loved it. So that was my favorite Disney movie that really got me going. And that and the Little Mermaid. My mom keeps telling me that you loved the Little Mermaid. You loved it. You loved it. Under the sea, you loved it. So, yeah, they were my favorites. Top 5 sports movies of all time made by Disney. I loved Miracle, The Mighty Ducks. I loved D2. That was also good. Invincible was good. The one with Mark Wahlberg. I thought that was pretty good. I can't really think of any more. God, see, that's kind of annoying me. You know, but I love the Mighty Ducks movies. They were my favorite, all-time favorite. Maybe Air Bud. How about that? No, I hated Air Bud. God, because it started the whole buddies thing. Hated it. So, yeah, there you go. Trey Misaki asks, what attraction is moving on? Trey Misaki asks, what attraction that is at another Disney park, Disneyland, California Adventure, or whatever, that isn't at Disney World, are you most curious about riding and experiencing? Easy question. The Indiana Jones experience at Disneyland. I've been wanting to ride that forever, ever since I hear how good it is. It's all like Spider-Man 4D and Universal, and I mean, I really want to experience that. That's just one of those things I really want to experience. What park other than those in Walt Disney World do you want to visit most, and why? The original Disneyland California Adventure. It would have to be Disneyland, just because I want to go home. I mean, whatever. Just because that's the one again where Walt walked. You know, that's the original. You know, I want to see and experience it, the smell, you know, the sounds of it, and how different it is from the Walt Disney World that I know, you know, down in Florida. So I really just want to check that out. It looks, I mean, that's, you know, like one of my favorites. What is your earliest Disney-related memory? I have a couple. One of them is dancing to Step in Time in my dad's apartment while watching, obviously, Mary Poppins. I was in my underwear. I was like a 3-year-old. That was like one of the things that I remember doing. And then my dad laughed and I cowered under the bed. Kind of what I did. I would do stupid stuff, realize people were watching me do it, and then be embarrassed by it. So yeah, there was that, and I loved the steamroller from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I know that's not directly Disney, but that was huge back in the day, and I loved that. The steamroller, I was obsessed with steamrollers back when I was a kid, so I love little steamrollers. Just, I mean, come on, those things are crazy looking. I mean, just the damage that they do, and just, I was so hypnotized by. I was like, I wasn't scared when he was getting run over. Remember when he got run over, Judge Doom or whatever it is? I wasn't scared. I was just fascinated. I was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. They just flattened him, you know. So, yeah, that was. Those are some of my earliest Disney-related memories. Yeah. Carabelnet Cookies, congrats by the way for the Disney, he got accepted into the Disney College program. Congrats to you. Asks, here's my question, what is your favorite non-Disney movie? That's a good one. I mean, I have a ton of movies that I love. It's really hard to narrow one down. I love the Indiana Jones trilogies though. I mean, they're not Disney. I love the third one. That's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I mean, Raiders is like an all-time favorite because it's a better movie than, you know, than that. But I love the third Indiana Jones movie, The Last Crusade. I just like the whole thing with his father. The score really gets me, and it was my favorite one just because of the tank. Even as a kid, it was my all-time favorite Indiana Jones movie, and since I really love the Indiana Jones movies a ton, I would have to say that's one of probably my favorite movies. ever. I mean, there's tons of good movies. You know, you got The Godfather and all that stuff, but I'm not a guy that has a favorite of anything. I mean, I really don't. I love a lot of stuff, and I'm more about mood and feel and what I feel that day. How do I feel this day about, you know, whatever else. So, you know, I don't really have a favorite of anything. So, I really don't even have a favorite, you know, music. You know, I don't have a favorite band or anything like that. But I love the third Indiana Jones movie. I hope that helps you in any which way, shape, or form. We're almost done. Almost done. Connor LXX, have you ever thought about possibly branching out and doing reviews for Universal too? All the time. Thing is, when I last went, they're removing all the rides that I remember from Universal when I last went, because I went back when I was 12, and I want to go back to Disney World to Universal so much, just so I can see the. I want to go to the second one. I want to see the Harry Potter thing. I just, you know, I want to see how different it is from the last time I was down there. Believe me, I don't have anything against Universal. I think it's a good park, and they're trying to compete with Disney, which is, it's tough competition. But I always say that if you go down to Disney World for a length of time, if you stay longer than a week, you might want to hit Universal. Stay at Disney, but hit Universal, because they have some good stuff there too, like the Spider-Man ride, which is, from what I hear, the best ride ever. So, you know, there you go. So I do want to do Universal stuff. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't have that much money to go down and check all that out. I mean, I would love it. J.W. Sten, I guess that's Justin Sanua or whatever, but with a W. Sorry if I got that wrong. What do you think is the next time you'll be down at Walt Disney World? I don't know. I mean, I'd try to save, but it's, you know, there's other stuff in life that you got to go for. I wanted to go because I had some time off. I wanted to go for my birthday this year, which was in June, but I don't have any money. I was actually thinking about asking you guys if you would like help donate some money to help me try to get down there, but I realized I can't do that. I can't ever ask you guys for money, because that kind of demeans this show and this channel, and I do this for you guys, and I never really want to ask for anything of you guys except for, you know, Disney maps and stuff that's easily shippable. You know, I don't want to, you know, I don't ever want to ask you guys for money, because I think that kind of demeans the show, because I'm not a YouTube partner or anything like that. I don't make money off the stuff that I do. I just do this every week because I love to do it. And I was going to ask you guys for do that, but then I slept on it, and I realized that's a dumb thing to do. These are your fans. They're not your, you know, financial supporters. So I love you guys, and I won't be asking you for money, so don't worry about that. The next time I go, well, it'll be the next time I go. I would love it if I could go next year on a Disney cruise sometime. Maybe I could save up over the year. I don't know. Just maybe next year's tax returns will not be spent on a girl like it was this year that didn't call me back. And instead be spent on a Disney vacation for me. So, who knows? Who knows? Hope that answers the question. Ultimate Disney Fan 28. Finally, this is the last set of questions. What are your thoughts and ideas for new attractions at Disney World that has not been discussed, meaning the Avatar Land and whatnot? I would love a Muppet Dark Ride with a new story and maybe a reworking of the Tomorrowland Speedway at the Magic Kingdom to include a reworking of the Tomorrowland Speedway at the Magic Kingdom to include a Cars theme, such as driving through the various towns, countries, and the films. Thanks. Actually, that would be kind of cool. Let me go start down from there, like the Avatar Land and whatnot. I'm really excited for that. A lot of people aren't. I'm really excited for that stuff, and I'm always looking forward to what Disney's going to do. You know, in the future. I would love to see the Animal Kingdom get a little bit more stuff going there, because there's really is. Aside from a couple of rides, there's no reason to go to the Animal Kingdom, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. the Avatar Land, I think, will bring something to that. There was talk of, you know, the Expedition Everest attraction, the coaster, being like a part of a movie, because the whole Yeti things kind of has been working right, and they need to get some mojo going for it. I don't know. I think that would be cool. I would love to see Epcot kind of get a little bit of a revamp. I mean, it's constantly being updated, but Epcot has such potential now. I think that it could be probably the best park in Walt Disney World. The reworking of Tomorrowland Speedway with cars, that would be fun. I think, you know, because that all the cars need to be completely revamped and rewiped. I know I would love to have a Cars theme in there, to have it go around through all the different things. And instead of being like a racetrack, you actually do, like you say, go through the different towns and whatnot, or have it be more of a ride instead of, ooh, look, I'm driving a car. I mean, you can do that on the bumper cars anywhere. I just think, I don't know. The Tomorrowland Speedway is a long wait for such a little payoff. So I really don't see the wowness of it. But yeah, that was a great question. So yeah, I'm always looking forward to the future of Disney, to see what can be changed and how we can, keep the essentialness of it, but still kind of bring it into the modern day stuff, which is cool. And Disney's doing that, really doing that a lot with the whole Next Gen initiative. Very cool stuff. And finally, last question. What are your thoughts about WCW wrestling filming in the MGM studios? Would you like to see something like that again? I thought it was different. I remember that back in the 90s when Hulk Hogan was coming to WCW and they went to MGM studios and there was a little ticker tape parade and all that stuff. I thought that was kind of quizzical, to me. I didn't understand it, but I thought, okay, whatever. It's Disney World, hey! Hulk Hogan, yay! That sort of stuff. I mean, wrestling and Disney really doesn't match up, I guess you could say. It really is two completely separate sets of entertainment, even though they do certain things. But I mean, it was interesting when it happened, and I thought it was cool to see that it was on wrestling, that Disney was on wrestling. But let's just keep them apart, because I really don't think wrestling has anything to do with Disney, and Disney doesn't have anything to do with wrestling. I really don't watch wrestling a whole lot anymore. Kind of more focused on this, but it was at the time pretty interesting and cool to see. So that was a great question. So that's it, guys. That's the Q&A for the 150th episode. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, what I like, and I hope I answered your questions thoroughly and as good as I possibly can. Now I have a question for you. I've always wondered this, and I never could get my friends could never tell me, so maybe you guys could tell me. And it's just, I guess I'm always trying to make this show better. So I guess knowing this, what I'm about to ask you, will help me with that. What do you guys like about this show? Like, a lot of people tell me that they like to watch my show every week, like it's like a kind of part of their Sunday night sort of thing. But what about this show does it for you? I mean, like, is it a brand of humor that I have? Is it just watching the news? Trying to see the footage that I bring. I don't know exactly what makes this show, popular. I just need to know. I'm just curious as to know why people watch this show, because I still don't, to this day, understand why people watch my stupid little show every week. So, yeah. So if you can answer that to the best of your ability, let me know. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. I will see you guys next week for another Disney news and reviews. Just stay tuned, and hopefully I'll get some good stuff rolling. We'll see what comes out. What I'll review next week. So again, thank you all for subscribing and watching and just being awesome, because you guys are so awesome, and you guys make me do this every week, and I love doing this every week. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, on YouTube, I'd still be here doing whatever else, but I wouldn't be here on YouTube. And you guys make this show great with awesome questions, and you guys just keep my mojo going. So I thank you guys, I love you guys, and I will see you all next week for another Disney news and reviews. Thanks for all the great questions, guys. Bye.